class. This is Sir Mike Angelo Aloba, and today we'll be discussing about Ohm's law and power. Ayan. So, our need to know for today is that why it's dangerous to use hair dryer while taking a bath. Okay? So, parang pang social lang itong hair dryer. Hindi ako gumagamit ng hair dryer eh. So at the end of this lecture, you should be able to differentiate ohmic and non-ohmic materials in terms of their IV curves, define electromotive force as the work done by a source in driving a unit charge around a complete circuit, use the relationship R is equal to voltage per unit current to solve problems, given an electromotive force connected to a resistor, determine the power supplied or dissipated by each element in a circuit, and describe the physiological effects of electric shock, electrical hazards, safety devices, and procedures. So recall that to move charges across a complete circuit or in a complete circuit, you need work per unit of time, right? You need energy. You need voltage. You need electromotive force. You need potential difference. Okay? And that is basically represented by this analogy, where the EMF or the electromotive force is represented by the people moving that water from high to low potential, and the water moves from high to low potential. So that's just a simple recall of what we have discussed last time. And experimentally, there are materials that are ohmic and non-ohmic. Conductors can be ohmic or non-ohmic. So if you have a tungsten wire, you say that the current varies directly with voltage in this case. And their slope or the rise over run is the same at any point. So 2.5 yung resistance at this point, 2.5 yung resistance at this point, 2.5 yung resistance at that point. And we say that is ohmic. So tungsten wire is ohmic. But fluorescent light is non-ohmic. Simply because current and voltage, kitang-kita nyo naman sa graph, na hindi sila in direct proportion. When we say in direct proportion, as the current increases, the voltage also increases. Hindi, dito exponentially eh. Dito sa first quadrant, di ba? And another interesting semiconductor diode is non-ohmic. So at this point, iba yung resistance. At that point, iba na. So dito, pababa ng pababa. Di ba? From 3,100 ohms, naging ng 72 at that point. So iba-iba. Samantalang pag ohmic siya, indirect proportion si current at saka si voltage. So basically, sinabi ko na, what's the difference between ohmic and non-ohmic material? So you just need to construct it on your own. And another way to explain ohmic versus non-ohmic is in terms of Ohm's law. If an ohmic conductor follows, or if a conductor follows Ohm's law, we say that it's ohmic. If it's not following Ohm's law, then it's not ohmic. But so Newton's law, remember, and then this Ohm's law. Well, Ohm's law is not a universal law. Okay, like energy, yung conservation ng energy, law of conservation of energy, hindi siya ganun kataas. Si Ohm's law, hindi kagaya ni energy law na nag-work palagi. Okay? Kasi nga, hindi nga siya nag-work. There are materials na non-ohmic. Okay, so si Ohm's law ay hindi universal law. So, ano ba yung mga universal law natin? Law of conservation of energy. Okay, for example, if you drop a ball dito at this level, pababa sa ground, hindi siya pwedeng, sabi sa law of conservation of energy, tumaas pa dito sa pinagbabaan mo. Provided na hindi ka naman nag-exert ng force, tapos binaba mo lang siya at this height, papunta dito sa ground. So, nababa siya. Hindi pwedeng tataas pa siya. Okay, it cannot go any higher from the initial height that you set. That's energy conservation law. That's a universal law. But Ohm's law, it's not. Simply because it's not working for non-ohmic materials. And Ohm's law simply states that the current is directly proportional to voltage but inversely related to resistance. So, madali lang gamitin ng triangle, no? So, kung ang hinahanap mo is voltage, tatakpan mo lang si voltage. So, voltage is IR. Pag hinahanap mo si I, tatakpan mo lang si I. So, V over R. Or simply this one. Okay? So, I think marunong kayong gumamit ng mga triangle na to. Tatakpan nyo lang naman kung alin hinahanap nyo and then perform the operation. Electric power is the rate at which energy is expended per unit of time or joules per second. Energy that is used per unit of time. So, remember to charge a capacitor, the work done is charge times voltage. But power is work over time. So, substituting it, you get QV over T. But Q over T is what? Your current. Diba? So, magiging lang tong I. So, power is just equal to IV. Kasi makakancel lang si time. From here, you can also derive some other formulas from that. From Ohm's law, you can say that power is equal to IV. It is also equal to I squared R. And it's also equal to V squared over R. Pwede mo naman siyang ma-derive kahit ito lang dalawa yung i-memorize mo. Okay, or kung gusto mo naman, para sigurado, just commit them everything to memory. Okay? Now, going back to our question, bakit nga ba dangerous gumamit ng hairdryer while taking a bath? Simply because using a hairdryer while taking a bath makes your life in danger. Because water conducts electricity. Polar sa water, di ba? So, it conducts electricity. And if your hair dryer is plugged in, it creates a complete circuit for the current to flow. Water conducts electricity. So, water conducts electricity from the water to your body. And as current increases, provided the resistance is low, that could provide high voltage that could cause severe electrical shock. Okay? Ito nga sa table nga na to, 1 millimeter, milliamps to. 2 milliamps pa lang, meron ka ng very mild shock na yun. 30 milliamps pa lang, suffocation na agad. What more? Sa 90 milliamps ka, death na kasi first degree burn na. Because that, pag na-receive ng body mo yung ganyang kataas na amperes, your heartbeat might stop. Okay? So basically, you just need to commit them to memory. Commit it to memory that even very small amount of amps or current will kill us. Okay? 20 milliamps nga, it can cause muscle contraction that will cause you to freeze. So here are some sample problems. You can pause the video now. Okay, try them. Actually, nasa module nyo rin naman to. Checkan din natin to. Okay, once we go to our class. That would be all. Again, this is Sir Mike Angeli Aloba. This is a lecture about Ohm's law and power. See you